These huge creatures exhibit a wide range of complicated behaviors that are similar to ours in some respects but distinct and unique to them in others. As a result, they've been the focus of extensive behavioral, anatomical, and cognitive research, as well as a source of ongoing interest in human culture, especially in Indian, Sumatran, and some African mythology and legends. The elephant, however, is in jeopardy after decades of decline due to poaching and habitat loss, and unless more is done to protect them, they may face extinction. 5 amazing elephant facts. The elephant is one of the world's most intelligent creatures. It is one of the few creatures that is capable of self-awareness and recognition. It appears to employ equipment, such as a fly swatter. It also has a strong ability to learn and recall information. Scientists are still debating whether elephants mourn their dead, but they do appear to have an emotional life on the inside. The elephant emits a low, rumbling sound that can be heard for up to 5 kilometers. The name pachyderm comes from the Greek word pachydermos, which means thick-skinned, and refers to any mammal with a particularly resistant hide, such as the rhinoceros, elephant, and hippo. However, none of these species are closely related to one another. An elephant can carry up to 7 tons, making it one of the most powerful animals on the planet. Scientists estimate that there were once 26 million elephants in Africa alone. The world's elephant population is now believed to be less than 500,000. Appearance of an elephant. Elephants are unlike any other creature on the globe. Huge bodies, powerful legs, slender tails, rounded ears, strong trunks, and ivory tusks separate them from other elephants. The elephant's long tusks, which grow throughout its life, are essentially incisor teeth that allow it to dig for food and water, protect itself, and move big objects with ease. The mouth is also lined with 4 molars, each roughly the size of a brick. The elephant's thick, wrinkled skin, which can hold 10 times the amount of water as smooth skin, is another crucial feature. The elephant is mostly defined by its size. These enormous beasts are around 10 feet tall, are 18 to 24 feet long, and weighed between 4 and 8 tons. The world's largest specimen reached 13 feet tall, and weighed a whopping 12 tons. The massive skull, which supports the big ears, tusks, and trunk, takes up much of the skeletal framework. The skull has many chambers that help to reduce weight without compromising strength. Asian elephants differ from African elephants in that they are smaller and have a lower probability of developing tusks. Among other morphological differences, the Borneo elephant is the tiniest of all the elephant subspecies. It's also known as the pygmy elephant. Meanwhile, among all the species/subspecies of elephants, Sri Lankan elephants appear to have the least chance of developing tusks from their skull. Elephant trunk. The elephant trunk, which is made out of a fusion of the nose and top lip, is a powerful instrument with a variety of uses in touch, smell, and communication. The Asian elephant's trunk has 1 finger-like extension on the tip, whereas the African elephant has 2, allowing it to grab objects as small as a bit of straw. The trunk has roughly 150,000 muscle fibers, no bones or cartilage, and only a small amount of fat. This allows it to make extremely precise motions, which contrasts with the elephant's massive bulk. Elephant ears. The elephant's enormous, rounded ears appear to be a very effective cooling organ. The amount of blood vessels in the ears determines the size of the ears. This causes a massive amount of heated blood to pass through the capillaries, releasing surplus body heat into the atmosphere. When the elephant flaps its ears, the effect is intensified. Elephant behavior. Many elephants' social lives focus around herds and small groups. A herd of elephants is made up primarily of closely related female cows and their calves, who are led by a single matriarch who assists the entire group in finding food and water, avoiding predators, and finding a safe haven. Upon the death of the mother, the oldest daughter is nearly always in line to inherit the matriarchal position. A normal herd comprises of about 10 people. Some elephants may split off and form a new semi-independent group if the herd becomes too huge. Male bulls, on the other hand, either roam alone or form bachelor groups with clearly defined dominance hierarchies. During times of scarcity or in the presence of hazards, guys are far more prone to congregate. They only interact with females when they are looking for a mate. Elephants communicate with one another in a variety of ways. The trunk appears to be important in this. A greeting appears to be indicated by a lifted trunk. As a conciliatory gesture, a lower-ranking member of the herd will place its tip into the mouth of a higher-ranking individual. Despite the elephant's famous trumpeting sound, many of the sounds it makes to communicate over long distances are too low for the human ear to perceive. They also make a rumbling sound from their stomach, which appears to indicate that they are okay to others. The elephant may spend up to 18 hours a day feeding, depending on the availability of food. Sleeping, bathing, cleaning, and connecting with the rest of the group occupy the rest of the time. Their behavior includes both playing and fighting. They often engage in playful sparring with elephants their own age. What does the elephant eat? Elephants eat a wide variety of plants, including grasses, leaves, fruits, twigs, roots, and bark. The diet's specific content varies depending on place and season. Herbivores eat in two ways: browsing and grazing. Browsing involves deliberately feeding on shrubs and trees above ground, while grazing is softly feeding on vegetation along the ground. During the dry season, many elephants browse, while during the wet season, they graze. African woodland elephants are generally browsers, but they eat a variety of fruits as well. Elephant reproduction, babies, and lifespan. Male bulls go through a transition termed must when they achieve sexual maturity, in which their testosterone levels skyrocket to 10 times their usual levels. Aggressive behavior, enlarged temporal glands behind the eyes, and a constant drip of pee as they walk are all signs of this condition. The must is used to display the bull's physical condition and shape to both females looking for a mate and males looking for competitors. Males and must are known to fight each other, albeit this rarely leads to death. Females also use numerous secretions to communicate their readiness to mate. In his lifetime, a male can have multiple female partners. The female carries a single calf for roughly 22 months after mating, which is longer than any other mammal species. Within an hour after birth, the baby is able to stand and walk. It does, however, necessitate the protection and care of the entire herd. When an adult detects danger, it makes a loud trumpeting noise. To fight off the predator, the herd will create a protective ring around the calves, facing outward. While the females may be devoted mothers, the father has little to do with the growth of the offspring. A newborn elephant needs a long time to learn the intricacies of elephant life. These creatures must develop their coordination, understand social nuances, and form friendships throughout the 13 to 20 years it takes to reach full maturity. A poorly bred elephant may demonstrate antisocial behavior, according to some theories. Meanwhile, the baby must be weaned off its mother's milk for at least 5 or 6 years. Over the first year, the calf gains 2 to 3 pounds every day. Females prefer to stay with the group after they reach adulthood, whereas males tend to depart and pursue their own route in life. In the wild, they can easily live for more than 50 years. The world's oldest elephant was in captivity in India and lived to be 88 or 89 years old. Elephants in India tend to live longer than elephants in Africa.